What is up, everyone? I wanted to react to the recent game that just happened, Team PR versus Team Italy. And if you follow me, you would have saw my previous video that I spoke about this game, and I predicted that Team PR was going to pull out the upset win over Team Italy. And the reason why I thought that was because, well, first and foremost, I thought that Team PR were going to be underdogs going into this game. You're going up against Team Italy, who has it absolutely rolling right now. They are hot, they're on fire, they're playing great defense, and they're playing great team baseball. And they just got out of a tough pool in which they beat both Team USA and Team Mexico, both teams that have completely star-studded rosters. And Team PR is coming out of Pool A, in which it was a weaker pool, and PR is without their stars. So going into this game, you already knew that you were up against the buck, and you knew that you needed to cash in on opportunities when they presented itself. And that's what the game ultimately turned into. PR didn't cash in on some big-time opportunities, and Italy did. PR starts off with the home run, Italy responds, and then they score 4 runs in the first inning. Then PR in the second inning, they have their opportunity. They get the bases loaded. And then we only get 1 run. Willie Castro strikes out, and Hernandez grounds out. And that's the end of the inning. Again, we didn't cash in on those opportunities compared to Team Italy, where they did. And then you go to that 4th inning. The biggest controversial point, and in my opinion, the turning point of this game, when you had Quinones on the mound, going up against Fisher, a guy who's been swinging it well the whole World Baseball Classic. And I don't know about you guys, I did play baseball. If you saw my previous video, I spoke about that when giving my opinion on who would win it all. And the one thing that I had noticed was Fisher was just way too comfortable in the batter's box swinging against that fastball. You went up 1-2, in which you threw it by him twice. Well, he fouled off 1, and then you got it by him the second time. You saw that he was very comfortable and confident at the plate. He was taking humongous hacks. This is a guy who had 20+ home runs at Tennessee in college baseball. And this dude is swinging with that type of confidence in the World Baseball Classic. In my opinion, the reason why this is a turning point game is because I don't know how Yadier Molina decided to tell the catcher, I don't know if he was giving signals, but to go 1-2 with another fastball, knowing you already threw 3 and he is swinging confidently and you can tell that he's on it. That's rule 101. The goal with hitting and pitching is to get the hitter off balance. So the minute you start seeing that the hitter is extremely confident, you have to get him off his spot. If Quinones would have went with the changeup on 1-2, a pitch that looked like it was going to get to the bottom of the strike zone and dip late, he probably would have chased. You would have struck him out. You would have been out of the inning. And then who knows what happens. You're back in the game. We saw how the rest of the game turned out. You would have won the game. And in my opinion, that was the turning point of this game. But again, that's not what happens. They go with another fastball, knowing that you're only throwing 93. And it's not that 93 is bad, but if you're going to throw a fastball, you got to hit 97 and up if you're going to try and throw it by somebody. And that didn't happen. Fast forward, they get the double with the fan interference, and then you have the Horacio with a great poke down the line. Ground rule double, 8-2, and now you're behind the 8 ball with an offense that struggles a lot. But with that said, again, I give full credit to Team Italy, man, because they cashed in on the opportunities when they presented itself. They came through clutch when the opportunities presented itself. They put a lot of pressure today on Team PR. They forced them to hit their spots. They had tough, gritty at-bats. So with that said, I gotta give them a ton of credit, man. But then we go on throughout this game. We have a long hold, right? And then Team PR gets the opportunity. They get the momentum in the 8th inning. They get clutch hit after clutch hit. Vasquez with the big hit. But here you are with runners on 2nd and 3rd, I believe. It was the 1st and 2nd and 2nd and 3rd. With Nolan Arenado up to bat, the only MLB guy with tremendous experience and a lot of accolades, right? And you don't cash in, ground ball to the 3rd baseman. That was very frustrating, man, because you had the momentum. It was right there. 8-6 game. You got the pitcher on the ropes. Here we are. Big time situation, and you don't cash in. And then we start off with the hit in the 9th inning, and we just can't cash it in. Heliot Ramos hits a nice ball to right field, and Eddie Rosario, the Puerto Rican legend, doesn't cash in just before the warning track in left field, and Team Italy wins, man. What a game. Man, the fight from Team PR, that building was rocking. As you could tell, Team PR, the fan base was going crazy. And it would have been really, really, really nice to see them win this game. But that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. When you don't get the bounces your way, or when you don't cash in on opportunities when they present itself, you go home. And in these situations in which it's tightly contested, you got to cash in. And Team PR didn't. But congratulations once again to Team Italy for being able to move on and getting another huge win in the World Baseball Classic, man. For Team Italy's history to be able to advance to the semifinals, man, on this magical run. And you never know how this turns out. Like I said in that previous video, baseball is one of those games, and that's what makes it beautiful, where if you get the bounces that one game, if your pitching is hot that game, if your hitting is hot for that one game, anything can happen and you can win the game. It's going to be really, really dope to see what Team Italy does against Team Japan. I personally think that Team Japan is going to win, and I believe that Team Japan will be the favorites over Team Italy. But you never know, man. Team Italy is going to go in as an underdog, and let's see how it turns out, bro. But in my opinion, I believe if they do match up, right, because they're going to face the winner of Japan and Venezuela, I do believe that Team Japan, if they get out of that game, they're going to beat Team Italy. But that's all I got for you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and sub to the channel. Check off the bell notification icon to become part of the family. Thank you all for watching. It was a pleasure being able to root for Team PR, man. Puerto Boricua, bro. I just really wish we had one more game in us. And, you know, like I said before, without our stars, eventually it was going to catch up to us. And in today's game, there were situations in which Francisco Lindor would have been batting, in which Javi Baez would have been batting, in which Carlos Correa would have been batting with runners on that we didn't cash in. And ultimately, it caught up to us. But God bless you guys. We'll catch you on the next one.